Hi guys, this is my review for the PlayStation 5. The SSD on the PlayStation 5 is 825 gig, but after operating software you're left with 667 gig. It also has a very fast SSD, faster than any other gaming console. You'll see this as I show you these games loading. So to start things off, I'll just show you a couple of things. So these are some videos I did. So when you record videos, you can have it automated when you press a button and it will just start recording videos, and it does at 1080p 60 frames per second. But you can manually do 4K 60 frames per second, which I've done countless times. Obviously the file sizes are bigger, so that's the reason why the default is 1080p, because it keeps the file size smaller. But it depends what you want. If you're making gaming videos, if you want the full 4K or you want the 1080p, it's just about size really. So this video here, this is Gran Turismo 7 running at 60 frames per second. I can quickly flick on my TV and show you that's 60 frames per second. Obviously this is just a video, but it still does a great job of recording 4K videos. Obviously if you want to be able to change all the settings, you would buy a capture card, and then a capture card you could use on a PlayStation 5, you could use it on PC, whatever you want to do. But that's what it looks like, 4K. So this is Speedstorm. This is just been released. This is Disney Car Racer. It's sort of like Mario, but all the Disney characters. So if you like Disney, I'm sure you'll enjoy this.
I'm ready to do what I can.
Obviously that's Mulan. So I'm going to try and show you a Mulan race. Okay. That's Jack Sparrow's type thing. Hold on. Zeus. You got many characters. Look, Mowgli, or I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. So I'll just quickly show you Donald Duck. So a quick something will load. So if I just show you quickly, and then it's loaded. I mean, it's that fast. Crazy speeds. So you've got loads of power-ups and attack modes, but a lot of it's about drifting. So the more you drift, the more power you produce, and you can try and pull away. So and you just hold the button to go around like that. But obviously they're going to try and stop you. But yeah, the graphics are really nice, the sound's nice, and there's a nice little list of characters. This is only just been released, so it's very early. So as far as I know, this is going to be free to play at some point in the future, but I don't know what you're going to get free to play. This is for sale at the moment for $24.99. It's a nice little game. Kids and adults would love it, I think. It's good fun. It's got 4-player split screen if you want to play all on the couch together. You've got your different characters. I'm sure you'll find one you like. It's just fun. It's just easy to play. Obviously you can, it's like anything. Driving is easy. Perfecting it is where the skill comes in. Just like real life. Like, a racing game should never be hard to drive. That is what I would say. Right, so I've been punished there. So that's that. So we'll come out of that and you just do options and you can close the game. You can actually keep them open and go into something else, and it will just be held there, and then if you click back on it, it'll load up. But the loading is so fast on this console, it's not worth worrying about. I mean, literally as soon as you click play, you're sort of in the game, you're in it. I mean, it's really within a matter of seconds. It's only certain games that are made for last generation hardware, and they might have only had a slight upgrade. But most games that are made for the PlayStation 5, and it's early in its life, will load instantly. Another one I want to show you quickly is Astro's Playroom, and I know you might have seen this on other videos, but it's worth showing because it is it shows what's possible, not just with the graphics but the sound. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So that's the controller. So if I do the controller demo, right, so if you can hear it, all that's coming out of the speaker on the actual controller, and I can feel it as well, it vibrates. Right, so there, watch. So, adaptive triggers, it means that it produces tension when you pull it. They can make it as tight or soft or pull as they want, depending. If you was to say gonna pull a bow and arrow back and you was doing that in game, they could make that pull hard depending on the tension of the bow. That's just an example. So if I got my other hand on it, so you can do both like that. Some of that sound's coming out of the TV, some of it's coming out of the actual controller. So you've got the touchpad. Now the PlayStation 4 one had a touchpad as well. There you go. Works beautifully, as you can tell. You've got a motion sensor as well. And they're all in there, all the little robots. And if I go like that, just to show you, and that's the controller, that's the DualSense, and it feels beautiful in the hand, really nice, works perfectly. But the great thing about the DualSense is not just the adaptive triggers, the actual haptics. So like your phone uses haptic feedback on its screen, this uses it, so, but in much more, you feel it much more. So you got that, and when you run about, and if you can hear that, depending on what surface you walk on, you can feel that, and you can hear it. So not only do you get the sense of the feeling of haptic feedback, which is much better than a normal rumble, it's much more variable, you can do much more with it, it all comes out. As controllers go, I really don't know where they're going to go from here, because for me, it's perfection. It works so well. As you can tell, the visuals are beautiful as well. So look. Right, so if I go up here, when I'm pulling this, I can feel the tension in the actual controller when I'm pulling it. And if you come up here, just to show you, can you hear that? That sand, the wind, the sand, it's all coming out of the speaker on the PlayStation controller. So you're feeling it from the screen and you're hearing it. It's such a great combination. So I go in here. Yeah. So different sound again, and different rumble. Soft. And if you go like that, and you lean, like that, and you pull the adaptive triggers, you bounce. See, and depending on how hard you pull them is how high you'll go. And you're just steering it. No, you can do it with one hand. Okay, that's just depending on how hard you're pulling that. And that's fully down. See? Now if I do it gently, you go up more. And again. Oh, not enough. See? Like that. And again. Ah, not enough. I'll quickly do it. There you go. And then up. Oh. And you're feeling this all the time that you're doing it, so your senses are always... I've always got something going on. Now, there's normally options in games to turn these things off if you're not that type of person, or you want the battery to last, because obviously features cost battery time, so the more you play and the more you've got all these things going, obviously it's going to drain your battery just like it would anything else. That's it there. So if I come out of that, I'll press down that button there. It's dark in here because I'm trying to show you the TV at the same time. It's tricky. Oh, this is another part. So you can, if you press the middle button, the PlayStation button, you can swap these things around if you so wish, or you could put some down there that you don't want and bring them back up there what you do want. If I come out of that and I go to home, I press the options button and I close the game, and that's done. Sackboy came with PlayStation Plus recently, so that's another really good game if you like platformers. I mean, and it's the speed. I'm going to sit down a minute because I'll show you it properly. So that's the speed that it runs at. So just then, when he landed, I could feel it all, and I just want to show you the speed that this loads at as well. So look, if I jump in there, boom, and it's loaded. I mean, that's how quick it is. There's tons of levels on this. So I'll throw that in there. And everything that happens on screen you can feel on your controller. I don't know where the next one is for this. But if you like Big Planet, Little Big Planet, on the other machines, it's well worth playing. Ah! Nearly. Oh, I died. And listen. No. You can normally hear it when you die on there. So that's that, if you're into Little Big Planet. So again, just press the PlayStation button, shut it down. It really just depends what you're into. That's free at the moment. You've got your share factory if you want to edit videos on the PlayStation 5. Some people do that, some people transfer it to a PC and do it. But that's got a lot of options now, it's been upgraded. It's very good. Storage, as I said, say 667.2 gig. But I've got quite a few games on there. But you can easily buy extended storage if you want. And it just literally goes in a little slot and you can upgrade. I mean, a lot of people are upgrading 2 terabytes. You can have voice commands if you want. Screen and video. So at the moment it's at 4K, but you can do 1440p, 1080p. I haven't got VRR on this, sadly. No, VRR is literally, if you're playing a game at say 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second, and the frame rate isn't locked at them frame rates, so it goes off a bit, the TV will compensate basically and try to stabilize the image. It works well for what it is. It's not perfect, but it does work well. Play Store. Sorry, and you do collections, I think it is. Get the name of it now. These are games that are coming out. There is free to play. So these are all free to play. There's tons if you go into the free to play section. These ones, as soon as you get a PlayStation 5, these are free, and they're great games. I mean, Battlefield 1, Batman, Bloodborne, Crash Bandicoot, Days Gone. I mean, they're not like 2-bob games, rubbish games. They're quality. God of War, Second Son, Monster Hunter, Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil if you're into that, The Last of Us, the original one, Until Dawn. I mean, it's just, they're all great games. So yeah, make sure you check them out if you buy one. I'm not sure what else I can show you. All in all, compared to say the PlayStation 4, now the PlayStation 4 was a 1.84 teraflop machine. If you want to talk in teraflops, this is a 10.2 teraflop machine. Now, don't get me wrong, teraflops are not everything. There's a lot more under the hood which controls how fast something is. That's just a basic calculation. I'd say with the SSD speed that this does, the data throughput, it's got its own I/O system which is extremely smart and well made, well designed. It can move data around very fast, and that's basically what you want. So literally when you spin around it can load data in. I mean, it is the fastest games machine there is. Now we're not talking about PC, you can just keep upgrading and upgrading and upgrading and upgrading. and you can pay a lot of money upgrading. Don't get me wrong, if you care about the latest and the greatest all the time and you're into that, then that's fine. But I think for what this package gives you, it gives you great games at a good price with, in my opinion, the best controller there is. Now there are third party options where you can take parts out and you can adjust more things and everything like that, but as a basic standard controller, I think it's unbelievable. And that's what I mean, the package that you get plus all the games, I don't think you could ask for more. And the speed and everything loads out, the 3D audio, this does a lot. So that's the PlayStation 5 there, and that is the controller. And I would say the partnership of these two make for a very compelling package. And if I was someone looking to buy a games console that wants the best, in my opinion, then you're looking at the PlayStation 5. If you wanted something like a portable machine, then you would look for the Switch. But you're not going to get these type of graphical games on the Switch. It just can't do it. It has to be severely reduced in resolution, and it has to be severely reduced in graphical complexities, you know. So yeah, I hope you like this review. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.